are recording this. This isn't a fucking joke. It's April 1st, 2021. April Fool's Day. This is the second goddamn time we recorded this because we had such a great start and we're going to do it again. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the podcast. What's the odds with Steve Renazizi? I'm the host and I'm shorthanded today. There's no Emma here. Therefore, that's why we're doing this for a second fucking time. We had a really great 21st minutes and hopefully we can repeat it again. Oh, I miss my friend Emma. But Lucas Pearl is here and Bretton Biddlecomb's here. I'm here, but who gives a fuck about that? We've got a lot to get to. We've got the Pasadena City Championship Golf Tournament to sum up. We've got the Comedy Store shows, Major League Baseball opening day. Jonah, my son, had a game that was great. Some golf news, some NFL news. But we're going to start with Biddlecombe because you're dressed like a Make-A-Wish kid right now. Honestly, it looks like you're wearing a wig of hair from someone else, like a barber clippings on the floor. You're wearing a Buffalo Sabres hat because we
did it. We did it. Reboot Major League, put the Sabres in it. We fucking did it.
Okay, why don't you tell the folks what we did? Because we didn't really do it. I had nothing to do with this, but go ahead.
We willed them to win a game. Finally, after 18 straight, tying the record for the most all time, we said, we don't want the record. We're going to share 18 with Pittsburgh. And we kicked the shit out of the Flyers yesterday.
Well, the Flyers are from Philadelphia. They're not from Pittsburgh.
Well, Pittsburgh has the all-time record.
Oh, okay. Anyway, that was if you watched any of that game, it was almost shouldn't have counted. Destroyed really wasn't a word. The Flyers scored, I think, 2 goals on themselves because of knock-ins from their own players, deflections.
They were scared.
2 empty-handed goals at the end, or empty-netted goals at the end. And so within one goal of tying the entire, changing the entire trajectory of the game. So yeah. It's true. Look, I'm happy that they won. It's still a disaster of a franchise.
Oh, my God. So that is our 7th win on the season, and we've been shut out 7 times in about 40 games. That tells you how historically bad they've been.
It's terrible how bad
it's been very hard to watch.
I mean, as far as New York sports go, it's between them and the Jets. Now the Knicks are doing all right and then almost going to make the playoffs. The Jets and the Sabres which one is the true disaster of New York State sports?
Still, and I would say
the Jets, look, the Jets they still have a chance to put their best foot forward. I don't know what you consider, was the Jets last season, who knows? If the Sabres, because here's my thing. My thought, what's the over-under on what the losing streak is going to be now? Now they won a game. I think it's 7. I think they're going to lose at least 7 in a row again, and they will start a new streak. What do you think, Lucas? You think they're going to lose 7?
What was the A streak? I'm going to go the opposite. They're going to lose 21 games in a row.
21 games.
Yeah.
No, here's what they're going to do. Okay, because they're winning 1-0 right now against the Rangers. If they play 10 games, they're going to lose 8 of them, but they're not going to lose consecutively. So I would take the under on the 7.
Okay. What period is
still? There's enough talent there. Look, the whole front office, management, all the way up to ownership, it's a disaster. They got to just clean everything out, and the Pagulias need to put someone else in charge, like they've done with the Bills. But that being said, it's still a very talented young team, so they can get a little luck, and they know how to win now. They've felt it. It felt good. So, they'll get 1 or 2 here. Maybe they'll win in a shootout. They're not going to go 7 straight again.
What period is the game in right now?
It's the first period.
They're up. Yeah, they're up 1-0.
Okay, I wish it was something. We won't be done by the time it's over, but I guarantee you the Rangers win. I'll almost put anything you want to do right now that the Rangers win. I'll spot you a 1-goal lead, and I'll send you a bottle of wine if the Rangers win. Great, done. I'll take it.
What do you think?
Grigio this time. Pinot Grigio.
What will the score be by the end of this podcast? It's 1-0 right now.
Okay. Do we have an intermission? We gotta have at least 1 intermission. I'm gonna say, yeah, it'll be like a period and a half. I'm gonna say it'll be 2-1 Rangers by the time we're done with this.
Okay. Brenton?
You know,
What are you looking at, Brenton?
I'm looking at how much time. No, I'm looking. I got a story for you on that. No, I'm looking at how much time's left. So it's halfway through the first. I think the Sabres will take a 2-1 lead into the first intermission. The Rangers will go up 3-2 in the second, but the Sabres will win 5-4 in overtime.
Okay, but in 45 minutes, what will the score be? 2-1.
Yeah, 45 minutes.
It's gonna be 3-2 Sabres.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Easy money, dude. We got a bottle of wine coming my way. And you got to send one to Lucas too, if I'm right.
Yeah.
For keeping score.
Thanks.
Listen up. Speaking of keeping score, let's get to the real news of the week, okay? The Pasadena City Championship. Everyone has been clamoring to know what happened. People have been asking, Steve, what happened? I've even ghosted you guys. I haven't told you.
Yeah, just so the listeners know, like, you've kept this really close to the vest. I texted you and you left it read. Yeah. You were waiting. I was like excited. I was supportive. I wanted to know how great you did, and you just
look. People have actually speculated that I won. That I've kept this quiet.
Yeah, I think you won.
Okay.
You got a batting cage in your backyard. That's all you do is practice.
Why don't we find out? Okay. Why don't we find out? Again, last week I told you was a big week for me, and I was a little nervous because I wasn't sleeping well. But I had a lot of great practice sessions leading up to that. Okay. So this was Wednesday night. I slept great. Thursday night, again, another great sleep. My Whoop told me, you are fully recovered. You are ready to perform. And I felt ready to perform. I woke up on Friday, drove the kids to school, told them I loved them, told them Daddy will be home later on with great news. I did some stretching. I ate a great breakfast. I walked the dog. I took a shower. And then I knew everyone, because I had a 10:34 tee time. I knew everyone was going to be going over to Brookside to warm up. All the jabronis are going to be over there fucking hacking it up. I go, bullshit. I'm keeping my focus. I'm staying away from that. I go to my local golf course over here. I warm up on grass, which we will be playing on, by the way. I'm not an idiot. Okay? So I warm up, a pretty good warm-up session. I then drive over to the 10 minutes to the golf course. I get there. It's packed. A lot of people, a lot of distractions, but I'm focused. I'm on task. I know what I have to do to perform. I check in with the guy. I go, Ran is easy. He asked me 3 times. I don't know what you're saying. I go, listen to me. Ran is easy. Okay. Remember that name. I said, I'm a large too, because you asked about the pullovers that we're supposed to get. And he goes like, those are just for people that make the cut. And I was like, first of all, that was not what I was understanding. And second of all, I'm still a large, and write it down because I'll be here later on. So just fucking don't get in my head. And then he goes, oh, we're 20 minutes behind, by the way. I go, unacceptable. Because my body is primed for 10:34. I'm ready to tee off when I'm ready to tee off. Do you remember Wahlberg in what's the porn movie? What's the one with the
Boogie Nights?
He's like, yeah, my cock's ready. I'm ready to fuck. My cock is hard. And that was like, I had my warm-up session. I did some putting. It's 10:15. I'm like ready to go. Like my body's ready. And they were like, yeah, we're only at 9:50, so you're gonna have to wait. I was like, fuck. So then we finally get to the big moment. It's 11:50 at this point, or no, 11:15. I'm supposed to tee
okay,
up
I was
10:30.
Jesus.
Yeah, 10:34. I'm not happy about that. And then I get up to the moment where I'm supposed to be introduced. This is something I paid for by a professional, and then this guy shows up. This guy. So then this guy gets involved. Ready for this? Old Man River. Listen to this guy. Listen. Oh, hold on. I'll start it over. Right. This is what I go, what? This is the professionalism that I'm dealing with right now? This guy doesn't know the time. He doesn't know the date. He did lay into my name. He's the only one. Ranazit, he gave it the full throttle, what I expected. But I was a little bit like, fuck, this is not what I had a good group of people. I then teed up. First shot, adrenaline, a little bit of a pull. Not a hook pull, but a little bit of a pull. I'm still in play. I double bogeyed the first hole. I bogeyed the second hole. But now we're so backed up. The pace of play is like we played an hour. It took an hour to play 3 holes.
Jesus.
And I'm not used to that slow a pace of play, especially when you're like waiting, like either you hit a good shot or you have to think about a bad shot you just hit for another 20 minutes till the people in front of you play. And it was literally like that for the first 3 hours, just that slow, like everything you would feel bored about with golf. Like hit a shot, wait 20 minutes, hit a shot, wait 20 minutes, hit a shot, wait 20 minutes. Not the pace of play that I'm used to. Did not get off to a great start. Double bogey, bogey, bogey. Right? Not where I want to be. Not the normal way I play this course. Usually the first 3 holes I can get after it. And then we settled the ship. We righted it. I made a couple pars. And then on course 2 at Brookside, there's a little bit like what our version of an amen corner. 3 hard holes in a row, 11, 12, and 13. It's a long par 5 uphill, then a par 3 that's hard, and then a tight par 4 coming back the other way. And I said, if I can get through this even par, I'm going to have an opportunity to make a good showing today. Right? And the wind started to pick up, and now we're into the wind. And we're on 13 because I parred 11, the par 5. I parred 12, the par 3, and now I'm on the par 4. I put my tee shot exactly where I wanted to in the middle of the fairway. Then I had a little bit of a tree angle, so I had to hit a cut against the wind, and I thought I can do it. And I stepped up to the ball. I said, these are the moments. This is when you say, I'm going to make this shot. I'm going to put it on the green, and I'm going to be into contention. Because I looked at this point. At this point, I'm going to be honest with you. At this point, out of 50 players, I was tied for 20th. So I say the top 13 make the cut. This is the kind of shot that will get me into it. I thought about it. I made my angles. I made my practice swings. I addressed the ball. The guy that was with me was great. His name was Jake. He was awesome. Really nice dude. Singer. We'll get into that story in a second, but very nice guy. He goes, his ball was right next to mine. He goes, you got this. You got this. I go, I got this. I stepped up to the ball. I swung. I hit a beautiful shot, right? Left it out. Here it goes. Here it goes. It's got to cut now towards the green. It's got to cut to the green. And the wind just literally throws it into the other direction, right into the ravine. Boom. Out of bounds. Dropping now. I made an 8 on that hole. And then it was all like at that point, I was like tied 25th. By the end of the day, I was tied 25th. So I said, look, at the end of the day on Friday, I'm tied 25th. Did I play my best golf? No. Did I play my worst golf? No. I drove the ball when I needed to very, very well. I kept it in the fairway. I made some mistakes, but I know exactly where they are. Tomorrow I'm playing course 1, which I know very, very well. And I feel like if I can make a strong showing tomorrow, I'll crack that top 13. But first, I've got to go home, shower up, because I've got an hour and a half to come back to the fucking Rose Bowl to get ready for the Comedy Store shows that night. So I go home, I shower, I take a little bit of a rest, I get my thoughts together for the shows. Me and the wife, we head back with some friends to the Rose Bowl. Backstage, got to do a COVID test. It went great. And then it's awesome to see everyone. It's amazing. Like, as soon as you start to see people you haven't seen in a year, you're like, oh my God, this is fucking awesome. I'm smiling, laughing, having a drink. But I said to myself, tomorrow's tee time is 8:34. Don't mess around, okay? We got to maintain focus here. It's earlier than today. Everything's got to be shifted back. So I said, I'm on at 8:40. Do your set, have fun, say hello to people, but then head home. We're hanging out. Everyone's having a great time. Jesus Trail kicks off the show, kills. Now, by the way, this show, when I say kill, the Rose Bowl was so lovely, and it was packed, and it was awesome to do comedy. We're on a stage. There's big screens next to you, but everybody's in their cars, and they can't get out, and the windows are up.
Yeah.
And they're listening to on the radio. So all you are performing to are the hums of the trucks, of this, the machinery trucks that are around you to keep the show going. And that's all you hear. So you're essentially performing a TED Talk for 20 minutes.
What's the issue? That's what most of my shows are like.
Well, I mean, yeah, you're used to silence, but for the most of us that got booked on the show, we're used to performing in front of people that, you know, laugh and that had some sort of reaction. It's a different feeling, Brett, when you're not used to. I understand. So, in any case, I'm now performing, doing well, thinking I'm doing well. It feels good. Got off stage. Everyone was like, that was great. You know, but you know, you don't know a reaction, but it felt good to perform again. The jokes went well. Now I'm high-fiving people. Now you have a drink, 2 drinks. I go out to see Tracy outside. She's out with her friends out there. Boom. Next thing you know, we're watching people. I'm just introducing, and bing, bang, boom. It's 11:30, and I'm a little bit drunk, and I'm doing cartwheels in the parking lot because I had a great time. I said, I'm not out of this thing, but I'm gonna, this was worth it. It was fun to see our friends again. It was fun to be around our friends again. So look, it wasn't Jordan going out till it was Jordan. It was my version.
We talked about this last week.
But it was my version of Jordan going out with his dad. I wanted to go to Atlantic City. It was a short trip for me.
You haven't gotten there yet. We're trying to get you there. You got to be the guy in the driveway shooting free throws till 5 a.m, not the guy that's out partying thinking, oh, maybe I can just get 13th.
Tracy,
we're not going for 13.
We were making out in the car ride home hard because I had just performed. I had shown my powers again. She hadn't seen him in a while, but I showed her my powers, and she saw. And then we made love when we got home. It was glorious, dude. It was worth every fucking second that we made love. But all 15 seconds it took.
And then you woke up and looked at your whoop, and it was like, I can't fucking help you, man.
Dude.
Blew it.
You won't. So we go to sleep at like 12:30. I set my alarm for 6 a.m. I wake up with that fucking, you know, like I haven't eaten enough, but there's too much booze in my stomach feeling. And I'm like, I immediately check the Whoop. I go, maybe the Whoop will tell me you're okay, dude. I look at the recovery, 3%.
Oh my God.
The lowest I've ever had in my life. 3%. 3% recovery. So I go,
no.
Whoa. I go, what is this telling me right now? Is this telling me that I should either back out of this thing or should I go back to sleep? What should be? I said, you know what? Let me put something in my stomach, settle myself down a little bit, stretch a little bit, see how I feel. I immediately put something in my stomach. I ate a banana. I tried to stretch. I almost passed out. I laid down on the couch for a half hour. I go, come on, dude, drink some Gatorade, get yourself together. It's now 7:00. Right? I go, nope, I got this. I burped, got up. I go, all right. I went out to the pool. I splashed cold pool water all over my face, almost got in it, right? To wake my body up, got dressed, and I went straight to Brookside because I go, it's going to be less busy right now. It was. I got there. I warmed up. I actually had a better warm-up session, a little more shortened, but a better warm-up session than I had the previous day. Felt good. Went out on one, right? Bogeyed the first hole, but just barely, just missed the par putt, right? 2, drove it into the water. 3, I get up to hole 3. Ready? It's right along the side of the road. I go, here we go. This is it. Make or break. Many times earlier in my career on this course, I have pulled balls right over the big net they put on the side, right onto the running track, and almost killed people. But that hasn't happened in over probably 2 years. You know what to do. You want to play a draw, you start it way out to the right and you pull it into the middle. I tee up, first shot, ripped it right over the net. I mean, 1,000 miles off to the left, out of bounds, almost killed someone. 4, everyone yells 4. Now the embarrassing thing, everyone else is teed off, so I have to immediately reload and tee off again. I immediately reload, tee off again. No practice swings, no like reset the focus. And what do you think I did? The exact same swing I just did previous to that. Pulled it out of bounds again. Reload again. Now I'm hitting 6 off the tee of the hardest hole on the course. And if this was a movie, most people would have said, I'm leaving right now. It's over. I'm done. This guy doesn't have it. This guy's a real shitbag. He blew it. Well, I teed off again, took a deep breath, looked down the middle of the fairway, and I said, fuck this. You've worked too hard. And I piped one down the middle. And I went on to make what was not par for me, but it was a 10.
because I made a 4 after that. So it was a 10. And I realized at that point, I'm out of this. I'm not making the cut. And I said, I played after that with a freedom that I feel like I hadn't to that point. And I made 4 birdies on the way in, tore the fucking place up, finished tied for 30th out of 50. Not the showing I wanted, not the scores I wanted. The 10 killed me. The 10 fucking murdered me, put me out of it. But I learned a lot. Number one, I learned I didn't have to play as much as I needed to, as I did going. I played the course too much. I should have practiced for short amount of times each day on a range session rather than going out and walking 18. I knew the course. I didn't have to play it as much as I did. I did that too much. Of course, I think partying the night before truly played a little bit of a factor into it. It didn't help. Didn't help at all.
We learned you're not John Daly.
And yeah, I mean, look, one day I might be John Daly. One day I might get to the point where I'm good enough where I can go out and get boozed up and then go back. But I'm still at the point where I need to fucking focus. You know, the opposite of what my camera does on this fucking podcast whenever I do. I can't stand this fucking, I can't. Where's Emma? Anyway,
Emma!
The point is this, guys. I learned a lot. I learned that, look, mistakes, one mistake, I made 2 huge mistakes. I tried to make a glorious shot on the first day on course 2 and not taking your time. You make one mistake. If I made a 6 on that hole, I'm still in it.
Mm-hmm.
But a 10 kills you. You're done. No one's coming back from that. I don't have the ability to come back from that.
Just curious. So how many strokes behind a 13th did you end up finishing?
I probably needed another 8 or 10 strokes to be better.
That's bad. But
no, you take off 4 or 5 on the 10 and I'm knocking on the door. You know what I'm saying?
Putting a little pressure too, getting 4 birdies in the row. They're starting to look over their shoulder.
Very free, came up. If it was a skins game, I would have made.
So you got to play like that. Next tournament, you go into it.
And let me tell you something.
Free and loose.
I'm coming back to play next year, and I'm not like, this is not the last you've seen.
Do we have to wait a year
to the next Pasadena City Championship? Yeah, I mean
we got to go on the road. We got to find you other championships.
Well, no, there'll be other big things. Apparently, ATC is trying to put together something real big, and if that's something that we will absolutely lead into with full coverage. Yeah. Because if I'm playing in that, if we're going to do that Comedians Cup thing that Bert's talking about, like where we have a Ryder Cup thing.
Oh, it's going to happen.
That is big. That is bigger than that is like cancel everything. There'll be no auditions. There'll be no stand up. There'll be nothing. We focus on that. We focus on beating whoever they put in front of me. There are no friendships. It is destroy the person in front of you. Tiger Woods style. So yeah, I mean, look, and again, thank you to every single person that wrote to me, all 6 of you that reached out this weekend. Were like, hey man, we heard on the podcast that you know, just have fun, do the best you can, and try not to kill anyone on the course. I didn't kill anyone on the course. I almost killed some people that were running next to the course around the Rose Bowl.
Did you have fun?
I did have a really good time. I played with the 2 good groups. Okay. Oh, let me see if I can show you the picture of the fucking, let me see if I can pull that up, of the guy that, so this was our group. Was this Sunday our group or?
You didn't.
Oh, I saw Sunday, a kid, by the way. I saw a kid, right, who was, I don't know, probably 15 years old, maybe 15, 16 years old. And he he had to weigh about 85 pounds, probably less than you, Brenton, right? Mm-hmm. And he comes over with his bag. He's barely carrying it. He's playing in the championship flight. He puts his bag down. I go, the fuck? Now, he's on the 10th hole. 10th hole, Brookside number 1 is a drivable par 4. It's like from the end of the course, the tips, what they call, it's probably 310 yards to the front of the green. So he's waiting. I go, what is this kid waiting for? He pulls out his driver. The driver is bigger than he is, right? He addresses the ball. He turns. I swear to God, he turned so far that this shoulder, I think, was over here somewhere. It was, and then he whips it around and hits the ball right into the middle of the green. It catches and then rolls back to the front. And then he picks his bag up and barely gets over to the fucking, can barely catch. I go, Like unbelievable. Like 310 yards on a frozen rope, dead fucking straight. But this is the group these are the guys I played with on the second day. Oh, the first day actually. I don't know if you can see this guy right here. So this guy that looks like he's here to clean the place, right? This guy shows up. I go,
wearing
what?
Cargo shorts.
Yeah, this guy. I go, what the fuck is it? Because all right, the guy in the hat with the clubs, the white club. I go, oh, this guy's a stick, right? This guy, that's the guy Jake I was telling you about. He's a good player, but he didn't have his best weekend, and we laughed a lot about our group because the guy actually ready to hit the ball was awesome, and a fun guy to play with. But then the guy over here, we kept saying like, what is this guy's deal? He looks like he's here to either he looks like there was a murder on the golf course, or like an animal's dead and someone's got to come clean up the animal, right? And so he out of the four of us, okay, one of us shot a 94, one of us shot a 92, one of us shot an 88, and one of us shot an 82. Who do you think shot the 94?
Shut up.
The guy in the hat. Yes. Who do you think shot the 92? This guy right over here. Who do you think shot the 88?
Cargo shorts.
No, not cargo shorts.
You got hustled.
The guy that
gypsy.
He finished 5th in our flight. The champion's flight is the top flight. Then the president's flight is like a 4 handicap to a 6 handicap. Then there's the vice president's flight that's like 6 to 8. And then the secretary's flight that's like 8 to 10. And that's where I was. We were in the secretary's
He's got like
flight.
a Rex Ryan vibe to him too.
Dude, I thought at one point, I don't think I saw him drink any water. He walked. It was amazing. But he was in the fairway every single shot. He never hit out of anything other than beautiful grass. But yeah, pretty remarkable. Fun. Again, I had a blast. I really did. We had an awesome time. And I'm going to do it again 100% next year.
Awesome.
And as poorly as I played is as unbelievable as my youngest did in his first baseball game last night. They're in the Coast Division, which is 9 to 11-year-olds. And so, he's turning 9 in a month. So he's Little League age 9. So he played up this year. He's playing with these guys. Most of them are bigger than him. So first game last night, they're allowed 75 pitches. They pitched from 46 feet. We were the road team. We batted him first. We got up early, got a base hit, and then he scored 1-0, and then goes out there. First kid up, first pitch strike, second pitch strike, third pitch puts it right in the kid's back, right? And I go, oh, Jesus, because I was like, all right, he hits the kid. I'm like, oh, it's a 75 pitch count, right? Kid goes to first base. He then proceeds to strike out 10 kids in a row.
Jesus.
Yeah, right? Now we're in the 4th inning. He's thrown about 52 pitches. A kid bunts, right? Right back to Jonah. Jonah picks it up, and I've never seen this before. Throws it 150 feet over the first baseman's head, right? I go, holy shit. Kid goes to second. Next kid up. He walks. So I go, oh, shit, Jonah's rattled, right? The kid on second steals third. The kid on first steals second. Second and third, nobody out. This is after coming off striking out 10 kids in a row. We're up to like 60 pitches. He then goes out to strike out the side. 13. Ends at 5 complete innings. 5 complete innings, 71 pitches, 13 strikeouts, no hits, 2 walks, 1 hit batter. And that was a pretty impressive performance coming off of like battling. Like you could see like he was down in some counts and he just battled back. It was like everything that I wasn't able to accomplish mentally and both physically on the golf course, he did. And I was super proud of him. And it's like, I can't wait to watch what happens this year. This is like, this is going to be a fun year because like, this is the year that the dad started, like by the time we were leaving the field, the word had already spread around to like, I was getting email, like phone calls from other coaches. Like what the fuck? Like we're not supposed to be like, our league is just, we had 1 practice. We're supposed to be garbage. Mm-hmm. And the team that we were playing, they have a reputation of having really great teams, some real dick dads, and they've been practicing since January. So we have 4 teams in our little league in the same division, and out of the 4 of them, all 4 of them played 4 of their little league teams this week in the same division, and the other 3 of our teams got the floor wiped with them, and we won 9-1. Yeah, he couldn't pitch the last inning, and we gave up 1 run, but yeah, we won 9-1. So we're off to a good start, and I'm very, very happy. The team we played had great dads; they weren't assholes, and they asked us kindly to remove Jonah for the last inning. They said, "Can you remove Kershaw for the last inning?" And I was like, "Yeah, absolutely." But we're bringing in Garrett Cole. Speaking of Garrett Cole, it is opening day, and we did. Are a little late on this. I had some stuff to do yesterday, and then today is opening day. So yeah, I was watching the Yankee game. And because Jonah had such a great game and he's off the rest of the week, we skipped school today and we got donuts and we stayed home and watched the Yankees, which was great. It was a great game. It didn't go our way. It was the first game of the season. It was fun to watch. Cole, I think the weather sort of, the cold weather, it sucks up there, and this month sucks, kind of. They should play in Florida for another 2 weeks. But anyway.
It was snowing in Detroit for
Detroit looked like crazy. I mean, Cabrera hit a home run. I didn't even know he hit a home run.
Yeah. And then I don't know if you saw Bellinger hit a home run against the Rockies, but it got called off because Turner thought the ball went into the guy's glove, and he hit the wall, and the ball went over the wall, and Turner went back thinking it had been caught. And because Bellinger passed him by rule, Bellinger gets a single, Turner's out.
Yep. It sucks. I know. It also, look, everyone's a little bit rusty. The weather, I mean, Shane Bieber pitched great. He had, I think, 12 strikeouts, but, a couple mistakes here and there, and that's what happens. The Indians didn't hit it all. So, yeah, it's tough to play in that kind of weather. Cole's cutter looked like it was just diving out of the strike zone. It didn't have this sharp bite on it. Ryu looked good. They're both nasty. So it was a good game. I forgot that they're doing that extra inning thing this year as well with the man on second. It wouldn't have mattered. The guy got up there and hit a fucking double to start us off. So we did have opportunity. We should have won it in the bottom of the ninth. You don't expect DJ LeMahieu to roll over a ground ball and have hats off to Biggio at third. Made a great play, perfectly executed all the way to the plate. And, Judge is kind of struggling a little bit off the beginning of the year. So it is what it is. We'll bounce back on Saturday and we'll go from there. But I'm just psyched already. I mean, look, we're not going to win the $200,000 collectively.
That was gone immediately.
It was gone. The Yankees blew it. Shane Bieber blew it. I mean, the Dodgers, I think, are going to.
But I don't even know how it works because, 2 games were delayed, one for COVID and one for weather. So I don't know how they're going to carry that over and how it will affect the contest, and if that's like in the rules that we didn't read. But it doesn't matter. We probably won't even get half of them right.
Can we get a Sabres score check?
Yeah, it's end of the first. Buffalo's up 1-0, taking a power play into the second.
Taking a power play into the second? Oh, yeah. Brenton.
Yeah.
Wow.
One of the worst power plays in the league.
What kind of wine do you drink? Because I've never had to send you anything. So, I mean, just in case
I kind of like everything.
Okay.
I really like, I like a good cab, and I like a nice sharp Pinot, and I like the sweet Italian wine, the red sweet Italian wine.
You like Lambrusco?
I've never had Lambrusco. So
it's the cold sweet Italian wine. It's pretty good. It's like it's not like a sangria. It's better than that. I'll send you a bottle of that and I'll get one for myself. I love Lambrusco. But just listening to you describe the kind of wine that you like made me sick to my stomach. And
I cannot wait to show you my wine room that I've created in quarantine. It is wonderful.
Is that where you keep Cassie? You put her in her cage down there, and that's where her and Rogue are kept?
Oh, God, we're still stressing over this wedding.
Oh, really? What's going on?
Just now we have like an interior designer that's going to come in and do all the decorations, but she sends over an 8-page contract, and because I'm not a lawyer and I don't fully understand it, it's my fault that we don't understand it.
You should have a lawyer look at it, Good, because you never know if you don't want to get fucking hosed like you did the last time on the deposit. Remember?
Well, we got all that back.
Yeah, but it wasn't easy.
No, but
we had to send people go down there to carpet bomb the place. Do you remember?
This is different. This is, a much smaller expense to just have someone put nice tablecloths on top of the tables for $900 an hour.
Are you nervous? Are you like nervous that it's not going to work out? Or are you just like, are you worried because she's worried?
No, I'm excited to get married. The only thing I'm scared of is that we have to push it again, and it just further, we have to go through all the steps, and we have to do this and that, and it's just going to stress her out even more. She's going to have more night terrors, probably going to start biting and kicking in her sleep. I just want to get married.
She gets violent?
She could. Right now, it's just screaming.
Really? She doesn't. I know someone, and I'm not going to say who it is, Ryan O'Neal, but there's no weapons allowed anywhere near because he has like those sleep terrors where he will get violent in the night, and he, doesn't like attack his wife, but like she's had to like talk him back into like bed before, like he doesn't know where he is. And,
oh
like,
yeah, that shit's real. It's dangerous. There are a lot of documented murders, and the guy wakes up, doesn't know he's murdering.
It sounds like a great excuse to beat your wife.
Kind of does, right?
Yeah.
Kind of does.
It's like, I don't beat my wife. It's my night beating or my sleep beating or whatever.
It's a medical condition. You guys have no sympathy for a medical condition called night murder.
You think some of these NFL guys, is that what Deshaun Watson has? He's just as night boners.
You know what? That was there's an interesting twist that's going on. So
what is the interesting? Is this a hand job joke? Which way does it twist? To the up or down? This way or this way?
The number is up to 21 women have accused him of various things, right? But none of the women have given the lawsuit their name. They're not willing to go on the record and accuse him. However, as of yesterday, I'm reading an article, 18 women have gone on the record that have worked with him and said, no, this is all bullshit. He's not that guy.
Okay, here's the deal. Here's my thought on, of course, innocent until proven guilty. I'm a big person and believer in that. His reputation's already been.
Oh, for sure.
Kind of, And again, you should look into all these cases. That's my point. Is like all these people coming forward that don't necessarily know each other, that have similar situations or similar stories. It's there is smoke there. There is fire that needs to be investigated. The 18 that have come forward that have said they've had fine experiences with him, I'm glad they did, because that's valuable information as well. It's not like this is every time this happens, but the real damning factor is, why do you need to go to 57, 85 different fucking people to get jerked, to get your body work done? Like, nobody goes to that many people. Like,
that's what I'm saying is interesting. You're going to 40 different people in 2 years, 3 years.
Did you hear today during the opening? I watched the opening baseball. They were announcing the Yankee staff. It's like massage therapist, and this guy comes out like he's proud of what he does. I'm like, this guy rubs their assholes. And like, look, I would do it too, to be, part of the Yankee organization, maybe, but I don't think you should be running out fucking tipping your cap to rub people. But like, that's the guy that should be doing it. Not like 150 different people, and mostly women, And by the way, all the women that even have come forward and said they were fine experiences, some of them are like, yeah, you got a boner, which again. That happens. That's going to happen. Like, it may happen, and that might be.
What did he do with it? Did he fuck it?
Yes, some people he probably goes, I can't. I'm not gonna. If they're not responding, I'm not gonna push the envelope. And then some people, maybe he was like, look, this isn't gonna fucking suck itself, or whatever whatever the move was. I don't know. And people don't like that. That's not an appropriate way to behave. So again, I don't think he's out of the woods because 18 people came forward and said he's a good guy. And I don't think necessarily he's a bad person for 18 people saying that, this shit happened to him. But the part that I don't get, and it looks bad for me, is like, why are there so many people that have to have this fucking guy? Look, I get he's an important athlete. Why don't we just get the best person out there and have that person be the person on call, I mean, this guy's got, a massage therapy doesn't do more massages. It doesn't have a staff like this guy's got. So massage envy, I mean, whatever.
So
It doesn't look good.
Do you think he'll play week 1?
No. No.
Based on how Goodell seems to handle various things, is he going to let him play, even if he's cleared, but the NFL has to do their investigation? Is he going to play week 1, and who's going to sign him?
I don't know if he plays week 1, to be honest with you. Look, I don't think the signing thing is going to be an issue. I think someone will play. I think it could be a thing where if he doesn't get moved and he is still with Houston, he may sit. He may sit the season out, kind of let the dust settle on all these allegations or whatever. He may even be it may even be a situation where he is suspended for a couple games at the beginning of the season, but it doesn't matter because he's sitting out anyway. He would have, he might frame it like it was a thing that I was going to do in any case anyway. So I don't know. It looks like every day more people. I mean, it's almost like they should do a count. Who's got more accusers, him or Cuomo?
Yeah,
because the numbers go up every day. I can't figure out which one's which.
I think we were at 8 last week when we were recording, and now we're at 21.
But I also think that, you don't need necessarily just go, this guy's guilty of everything because all these people have come forward. But it does need to. I don't know how fast the process is going to work. He has a great lawyer, which, you hire when you have a lot of money. Also, when you probably have done something wrong. When you haven't done anything wrong, you go, Mom, who's our family lawyer? Like, I know I should get a better one, but like, I honestly have not done nothing wrong. So you get those guys when you're looking for loopholes and shit. So my thought is I don't think his value as a football player has been diminished one bit whatsoever yet. Not at all. If anything, I'm not saying it's gone up, but like, players like a Nick Chubb, or is it Nick Chubb or the other one that was
Hunt.
Kareem Hunt. I mean, and that's terrible that I did that. By the way, sorry, Nick Chubb.
Nick Chubb's a great guy.
Yeah, yes, Nick, great guy. But there are examples of guys that have, gone on to have, allegations and things said about them, and obviously video come forward, pay their penance, and then had great, are still very valuable. So
Antonio Brown won a Super Bowl.
Yeah. And, he's still very talented. He will still get another job or get offered jobs. So I don't think it's the thing where Deshaun Watson won't have a team to play for, but I do think he might be suspended because it seems like it's going pretty fast, this situation.
Yeah.
But
plus,
yeah, no.
I mean, Zeke Elliott and Roethlisberger are both suspended, and I don't think either were convicted. So like they were not suspended before. Mm-hmm. So I think just precedent alone.
Yeah, he's probably not playing week 1, but the Texans signed a couple of quarterbacks, so it doesn't seem like they expect him to play for them either way.
Look, poor Tyrod Taylor. He's going to learn another system. He's going to go out there and play his ass off, and then Deshaun Watson's going to go, oh, I'm back. I got to go out and play again, and that's going to be it. It's like the guy's just. I understand he's a good fit, and a lot of people like having him on the team, but it just seems like every time. I don't think he's going to be able to play the whole season. I don't think they want him to play the whole season. So I don't know where Deshaun Watson lands. It does. The big move that happened did we talk about this last week? Was the pick getting the Miami giving away? Yeah, we got to talk about that.
That just happened a few days ago.
So yeah. Can you run over the specifics of that?
Basically, Miami's turned moving one good player into 4 first-round draft picks. Can you pull up?
Yeah, I mean, it all kind of starts with Bill O'Brien.
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty much set Miami up for the next decade.
Yeah, Miami's
stupidity.
If they draft well, they're going to be a very good team for a long time, other than the fact that they have 2 at quarterback.
Yeah. Let's see, because they also, I mean, they did give up next year's first-round pick, which I don't know if it's theirs or the Texans, to move up from 12 to 6.
To the Eagles,
with
right?
Philly, who moved back, which I don't know how I feel about that. But I mean, they pick up a first-round pick.
It's a stupid move for Philly. because Philly needs to draft an elite wide receiver. Like, you're going with Jalen Hurts. That's fine. Let's see what we got in him. Maybe he's really good. Maybe he's another Deshaun Watson, Patrick Mahomes type, but who's he going to throw to? And now going from 6, where you could get an elite wide receiver, to 12, all those guys are going to be gone. So now they're just going to have shit again.
Yeah.
So it's the same boat Wentz was in. It's like, who does he throw to? There's no one to throw to.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. The Dolphins traded back from the 3rd spot to the 12th and dealt the Niners that netted Miami an extra first-round pick in each of the next 2 drafts, as well as a 3rd rounder next year.
Yeah.
And then to move up, the Dolphins sent Philly 12th and 123rd overall picks, along with next year's first rounder, which belongs to Miami, for Philly's 6th and 156th pick.
And this sets up San Francisco to move
Yeah.
Garoppolo possibly
After
to New
next
England
year.
and draft a quarterback.
But have you all
No.
heard the late?
Go ahead.
Who do you think San Fran goes for?
I think they take the best one available after what's his name, Lawrence. And I mean, to me, who do you think? Is it Justin Fields? Is it the kid from BYU? I mean, that kid seems to be impressing people too. Everyone loves the one throw that homeboy made.
It wasn't a good throw.
It was like,
What?
who gives a shit?
It was an air ball.
And I love
It's an air ball.
I love
An NFL safety can track that and pick it off. That's an interception in the NFL. In college, yeah, it's a great throw. In the NFL,
I love Riddick that came up with the throw that Darnold made even better. That was like, look, dude, what are you giving up on this guy for when he makes the same plays that you're fucking oohing and on for right now?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that Sam Darnold is the best quarterback that they could have had taken at that point, but it's who they have right now. And, he's not that bad. It's not, they haven't given him a fair
under
chance
terrible coaches with no talent around him. Give him a fucking chance. He's got some talent. And, I think the kid from BYU making that play, it got everyone excited, but I would still take Fields, and I would take the guy from Alabama over him.
Really?
Yeah.
Who, what's his name? The Mac Jones?
Mac Jones?
Yeah. Pudgy McPudgster.
Is he fat?
He's like even more dad bod than Tom Brady was.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Let me find this.
See if you can find him with his shirt off when he's smoking the cigar after he won. He's got baby fat.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he really does. He's not in good shape.
No, but
That's
the guy can
amazing.
play.
I gotta see this fucking guy. Oh shit, dude!
Yeah, that is a national champion first round pick in the NFL in 2022.
Dude, who's that fat quarterback that died that the Giants have? Lorenzen?
Jared Lorenzen, baby.
Yeah. Man, he's no Lorenzen, but like, I mean, there's looks like, I mean, there's muscle underneath there. I'm sure he's like a country strength kind of kid, but like, I guarantee you right now, if Lucas Hurl ripped his shirt off, that's a better body than that fucking.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Dude, look at that.
Yeah, it's not
You're
bad.
telling me right now, Lucas
more
is
chest
drafted
hair.
ahead of
He doesn't
Mac
even
Jones?
he looks like me. He's got no chest hair. He hasn't even hit puberty yet.
Dude, Mac Jones gets drafted behind Lucas Hurl in the body off contest. I'll tell you that right now.
Thanks, Steve. I think Mac Jones goes third, though. I think San Fran will surprise a lot of people and take him, because I don't think they're going to take a project. I think he'll go before Fields. San Fran, they're 2 years away, or 2 seasons off from a Super Bowl. They're not looking for a developmental prospect.
No,
they want the guy.
They are loaded with talent. Their defense is elite. They have a really good offense. They have some great playmakers. They just need to put it all together. That team last year, I've never seen a team lose more key players in a season ever, I think, in all the years I've watched football. They lost literally everybody. Yeah,
no, it sucked. It did suck for them this year. The Giants have made incredible moves, and now the ownership is now going, look, it's time to win. And I'm happy about that. I'm happy someone has laid down the law and been like, okay, well, we've done it a couple different ways. We drafted some key players. We've got some great draft picks. Now we've gone out and spent some money. Now it's time to win. And I'm not saying you got to win a Super Bowl. That'd be great. But it's time to not be the laughingstock of the NFL. Division-wise, team-wise, like, we got to get out of this dumpster fire. Let's be competitive. Let's go out and compete against every single team, not just the shit box teams that we play in our fucking division. So I'm happy the moves that they've made. They've made great. Leonard Williams again. They spent $100 million on 3 players: Williams, Galladay, and what's it? Lador? I can't. What's that guy's name? The cornerback guy. $100 million for those 3 guys. So they spent money. They're going to have hopefully a good draft again. They've got a couple. They've got a first-round draft pick, and what are they, 11th or something like that? People are looking at a defensive player. Maybe that kid from Florida that looks like, that's got Jason Pierre-Paul type skills. You put him with Leonard Williams and that Blake Martinez. We're okay. Good. Great. We're making, but I just hope that Daniel Jones because it is all going to rely on him.
Yeah.
And as that, Gettleman with his fucking wicked smart Boston accent, Daniel's our guy. And look, we have to believe it. We're force-fed to believe it. But I would like to believe it because I believe it, because I see it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's got to turn the corner this year. I'm not saying he's got to be Josh Allen, but he's got to start the trajectory of Josh Allen. He's got to start to show God-given talent, the ability to read and make plays, and getting play and the ball under duress to playmakers. That's what he's got to start to figure out how to do and to win the fucking game. And
he's got playmakers.
And now they got some. Again, this is a very tricky game. Nobody, people can get hurt. The health is a tough thing to deal with. But right now on paper and health-wise, you've got a lot of people to throw to, a lot of weapons, people to block for you, people to defend when you don't have the ball. So it's time to make a step. Okay, we can't have another level plateau year. We've done too much now. So this is it. This is shit or get off the pot year for Daniel Jones, probably in Gettleman too. Maybe not Joe Judge, but definitely the 2 of those fucking guys, because they believed in each other and it might not be working out. So,
can I
go ahead.
I don't understand the hate for Zach Wilson. I actually kind of fear if the Jets do take him. I think every year there's kind of a rich kid that comes out in the draft and people just kind of want to shit on him. I don't know if you remember, like Josh Rosen, that was kind of the thing with him. Mm-hmm. Scouts, they overly analyze these players and they're like, well, he's an atheist, he's a rich kid. And I don't know, Zach Wilson, I think his uncle created JetBlue. So I've seen the critique that he's like a entitled Mormon kid. His teammates seem to like him. He seems like an amazing athlete. I wouldn't give up on Darnold, but it doesn't sound like the Jets can get more than the 3rd round pick for him.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I think there's better talent on the board than him. I'm not saying Zach Wilson can't play in the NFL. I'm saying that I would take one of the other 2 guys over him, because if you're just basing it on that one throw that he made, again, you air the ball out like that. That's an interception in the NFL against a good safety.
But I don't think they're basing it off that one. I mean, the one throw, the cool thing about it is just kind of improvised. He's just kind of showing off. And if that goes bad.
But Josh Allen can make that throw and he throws it on a line. Patrick Mahomes makes that throw on a line. He doesn't air it. It was a rainbow. You're not looking for a rainbow guy.
Baker Mayfield makes that throw, or he tries to every single time. It doesn't matter. Sometimes you don't want that guy to make that throw, by the way. It's nice to be able to know you can do it. Fine. Show me the tape, but it doesn't make me if that's going on right there, then something's broke down. Either I didn't do my job or someone hasn't done their job if we're making those fucking kind of throws. If you're throwing across your butt, I don't see any, offensive coordinator getting paid a lot of money to draw plays where the quarterback has to run across and throw 50 yards across their body downfield. That's not what you draw.
It's nice to have that. It's nice to have that.
Mm-hmm.
It is, but that's the pull the ripcord. We got to get out of this. How about the guy that's going to set you up on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down, smartly getting the ball that's going to move, knows the offense, rather than some guy that can make a throw. I'm just saying, if you're going to look for, again, from Sam Darnold from Sam Darnold, you got to look less than even. It has to be an upgrade. I don't know where the upgrade is. I don't see, besides Lawrence, I don't see the upgrade in any of these other guys.
I agree. I think maybe you take your chance, draft some other position, and then get a quarterback in a later round.
Or
Just hope that you can develop them.
if they don't take Wilson there, they have to trade down. I mean, a lot of people compare it to the Giants back in 2017 when, Gettleman stayed at number 2, even though there were many trade offers to get up there because everybody wanted Darnold or Josh Allen. And they stayed there, and they could have traded down, picked up another, 2 first-round picks probably that year. So
Yeah, we got Barkley.
Yeah.
And look, I mean, again, if we're talking if I'm still 100% fine with the way that went down. I know last year was a wash, and the year before got a little, but like when that guy plays, and again, he's coming on. He's got another year where it's like coming off an injury, you want him to be healthy, but like he's got to stay on the field this year. Him, Aaron Judge, these guys have to stay on the field this year. They are unbelievable talents and show sparks of greatness when they're out there, but they got to fucking stay out there. And that's what their main job is. So again, football is way harder than baseball to stay out there and healthy.
And it just got a little bit harder because they added a game.
Well, yeah, the Giants are going to play Miami week, 17 now or 18?
18.
So how does this work? Are every team's playing are an extra game now?
Yeah. It's 3 preseason games and then a 17-game season.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. 3
And they just announced the Falcons will play a game in London just about an hour ago.
Wait, who's going to London?
The Falcons.
Oh, who gives a fuck? Let them go.
And the Rangers have tied the Sabres halfway through.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. I'm going to talk for another 10 minutes till they score a goal, and then I'm going to get my fucking wine and get out of here. Bitches. By the way, shout out to a couple people. Sina, I think that's her. Sina, one of our Patreon members. Sina, who is I don't know if she's a golf fan, but she wrote me a lovely message about the Pasadena City and some encouragement, and I thank her. But she was also excited. Congratulations to Joel Damon, who won the I think it was Dominican Republic or Puerto Rico, whatever wasn't the Austin competition last weekend. He wears a bucket hat. He's got a little mustache. He's a funny dude. He's a great golfer. And I'm happy that he got the win. Because that gives them a lot of extension through the year. He can play in a lot more tournaments. He gets his card kept for a while now. So it's a big deal. And then also shout out to what's his name? The Florida kid that won the Billy Horschel, who won the event in Austin last weekend. They did their own little March Madness, golfing
match play.
And Billy Horschel beat who did he beat to win? Oh, he beat Scotty Scheffler, went to University of Texas, local kid down there. So it was great, fun to watch. Austin Country Club's a beautiful, beautiful course. I was lucky enough to get to play it once. It was awesome. But yeah, Joel Damon won and Billy Horschel. And next week is the Masters, guys. Next week, the Valero Texas Open's going on this weekend. And then next week's podcast, we'll preview our Masters podcast. Which is going to be very exciting, especially this year. Was it the last major championship we played last year? And it's the first one we're going to play this year. So exciting to get down to Augusta. I was actually watching the women's. They're doing a women's amateur there at Augusta this weekend. And I was watching it yesterday. It looks fucking beautiful. Great condition. So we're back ready to play. So that's next week. But what else is going on? Oh, what's the we're not winning the $200,000. Did we talk about that for baseball? Because
God, no.
Shane Bieber lost, the Yankees lost. But there was one game that you and I vehemently disagreed on. Do you remember which one it was? Like you said, I'm going to make my own fucking thing with, and I want to know what game.
Pull mine up and figure it out.
Because
I was trying to figure that out before too, and I forgot completely.
It wasn't the Baltimore game, was it?
I wanted Baltimore, so maybe it was that one, and then I also wanted.
Well, they got rained out, right? Baltimore.
They got rained out,
yeah.
And they got rained out. Who was COVID?
That was the Mets Nationals.
I think I wanted the Nationals just because I knew everybody would be on DeGrom to win, and then.
Those are the two games that got canceled today.
Maybe I'd have to go back and listen, but I think the two we disagreed on both got canceled.
Fuck. Did the Rangers score? Yeah, go ahead, Lucas. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, happy April Fools to both of you. I don't know if you're aware of Michael Strahan's prank, but a couple days ago on Instagram, he posted a picture of him. He fixed his gap in his teeth.
No, he didn't.
Yes, and the fans were outraged. And so today he revealed it was an April Fool's bit. But for 2 days, he had the world believing that he fixed his infamous gap.
Dude, he looks better. He should have fixed it.
I know.
That looks great. Why wouldn't you do that? If I saw that was
because
possible.
that's like his signature. That's like having the
Oh,
unibrow.
did someone Photoshop a smile on there, or is that like something he physically did to his teeth? Because whatever that is way better than what his normal teeth are. I mean, I don't mind it at all.
Yeah, it's probably a really good Photoshop job.
The April Fool's joke is that
he did get him fixed. He went to a dentist and had the gap, like, I think he had like a fake teeth put over, but
I don't think Michael Strahan understands how April Fool's works. It's the joke's on him. His teeth were great, and now he's put him back to being bad again. Like, does he understand that that's not like how it works?
Now they're off yellow and a huge gap.
One other thing I want to talk about is I haven't seen this, and I don't even know, because it's like we're on YouTube. I don't know what the legality is, because every time we do this shit, we get pulled down from it. But like, I haven't seen this Lil Nas X video where he apparently gives a lap dance to Satan. Have either of you seen this?
Yes.
You watched the video, Lucas?
Yes.
Why wouldn't you watch it? You got to get back on Twitter. You get on Twitter and you go down these rabbit holes because it's trending. That was all anyone was talking about 3 days ago.
Dude, my life is infinitely better now that I'm
video was everywhere.
Okay. Is it worse than the Madonna video where she, like a prayer where she made out with the priest? I mean, that was like pretty like nuts. This is worse, apparently? Yeah,
this is worse. And it's also not a very good song, in my opinion. It's all sorts of bad. He made the Satan shoes, and then now Nike's suing him, which they should. I mean, as a business, you don't want to be associated with the devil. And so they're going after the
because
shoe
Nike
designer.
has such a great. Who makes those fucking shoes? There's already blood on those shoes from the little kids' fingers that made those goddamn things. What, are you kidding me? I can't believe that. Whoa, is that him?
Yeah,
Man.
I'm hesitant to play the video, like you said, because I don't want it to get taken down.
Know.
But yeah, he's pretty much grinding on Satan, and I get why people are upset about it.
Wow. And does Satan have like a big, huge erection that just squirts out fire and stuff?
Doesn't he always?
I mean, that's what I assume, right? What would happen to you if you're getting a gigantic lap dance from, Lil Nas X? I'd get wood. Justin Martindale at the Comedy Store show was like, he's like, that's all he could talk about. I go, I gotta see this thing, but I never looked it up.
Oh, it's way worse than Like a Prayer.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Damn, dude. I thought that was like the border pusher right there. Like pushing the limits. But good for Lil Nas X.
Yeah, it's too bad the song wasn't better because he could have performed that at the Grammys next year.
Brenton, last check-in with the Sabre score.
We're at 6 minutes and 24 seconds to go, tied at 1.
Okay, great. Well, let me plug some dates here.
Deadlocked.
Next week, April, what are the dates? Let me fucking pull them up here. Hold on. April 8th, 9th, and 10th, I will be performing at the Tampa Side Splitters Comedy Club with my good buddy Steve Simone. Thursday, 1 show, 2 Friday, 2 Saturday. Go to sidesplitters.com for tickets. And yeah, I don't know if they're reduced capacity. I don't know what the fuck's going on in Florida. I think it's wide open, actually. So
I think it's wide open.
Let's just come on down. It's a free for all. And then the following weekend, the 16th and 17th, Friday and Saturday, I'll be in Colorado Springs at Jesus. What is the name of this comedy club? Hold on. I want to get this right. I've never been here before. Okay, I looked it up the other day. It's called 3 E's Comedy Club in Colorado Springs. 3 E's Comedy Club, Colorado Springs. I'll be bringing my golf clubs. I'm going to play a nice course out there while I'm out there. So if you know any other nice courses, let me know if you live in the Colorado Springs area. But 3 E's Comedy Club the following weekend. And that's the dates for right now. You guys have anything you want to plug?
Yeah, I have a business proposal for everybody.
Let me hear it.
So I don't know if you're familiar with Croatian tennis player
What?
Oleksandra Olinkova.
Is that a woman or a man?
That is a woman.
Okay.
She made $5,000 selling an NFT of a piece of her right arm. She sold a chunk of her right arm as an NFT and made $5,000.
Wait a minute. Now, this is blowing my mind for many reasons. Number one, I thought NFT was digital. Was it a digital thing where it's like you don't own anything physical, you just own a digital copy of it? Am I right in that?
She's selling ad space.
Oh, Mike. Oh, I see what you're saying now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can someone bought it for $5,000. They can put whatever they want on her right arm.
And that's what, and she's doing this for just like she's tattooing it on, or is it like?
It's a temporary tattoo. So it's a body billboard is what they're calling it.
And isn't NFT anonymous? Like, don't you not know who you're selling to or who you're get like, right? You can't curate who you're getting it. Like, couldn't the Proud Boys have been like, we won?
Oh yeah. It could be anybody.
What a great idea. How could this go wrong?
So all I'm saying is we have bodies, we have space. I don't have as much, so mine's a little more scarce, probably more valuable. Therefore, we can charge more.
Yeah, you think more than Emma's?
What I'm saying is I'm a smaller man, and if we've learned anything from crypto, the less of something there is, the more money you make.
Okay. Well, I'm fat, so there's a lot of me to go around.
Square footage.
Yeah.
Look at how skinny my wrist is.
Look at this.
Not bad, Steve.
Put that up there, right?
Yeah.
Rangers are on a power play.
Yes. I just have to yammer on for another 30 seconds and I'll probably get my fucking goal.
Yeah.
Right?
Sucks.
Are the Rangers home?
No. But I mean, it doesn't fucking matter. Sabres have won 3 games at home.
We could talk about Mattress Mac. The NCAA tournament's down to its final 4. Mattress Mac has $1 million on the line for the Houston, Cougars? What are they? The Jaguar? I don't know what they are.
Yeah, that sounds right. I think it's the Cougars.
To win the and he put it at 900 to 1 or 900 plus 900, so 9 to 1. You could win $9 million. I don't think they beat Gonzaga. I think that's the team that's just going to run over everybody else that's left. But I was surprised by the Pac-12. Just really, most of the teams out there seem to do the best in the tournament. USC, UCLA. There's Mattress Mac.
This just came out.
Every time something comes out about him, I want him to lose. I actively root against him because just his love for the Astros and
why would you do that though? He's the number 1 sponsor on this podcast.
Yeah. He's our only sponsor.
He is our only sponsor. Yet we haven't received a goddamn nickel yet. Why don't you stop fucking gambling so much, Mac, and start sending some money our way, will you please?
How the fuck is he making all this money?
NFTs.
There's no way. He's in Houston. Those mattresses are filled with cocaine. They're drug smuggling. You don't have $1 million to throw down on a fucking local college team for fun. Kind of cash selling fucking mattresses. You don't see the guy Sleepy's out here, whatever that guy. What's his name? The guy used to hang around the comedy store
all the time.
He doesn't have fucking fuck you money.
Neil Lee.
Yeah.
Neil Lee.
Yeah. The Leeds mattress store. He doesn't have Mattress Mac money. You don't see him at casinos throwing it around.
He does have cocaine though.
Maybe he got in on Bitcoin early.
Tons of cocaine.
Doge, by the way, Elon Musk tweeted at 3:50 this morning Pacific time that SpaceX is going to put a literal Dogecoin on the moon.
They can't even get a rocket out. You see they blew it up the other day?
It's going to happen, though.
And go fuck yourself, Bernie Sanders, who said Elon Musk makes too much money. How about he threw a rocket into space and it blew up? That's like $500 million out the door right there. It's like, give me a break, man.
We've also already seen how this plays out in Iron Man. Okay. You don't have the congressman come in and take away Tony Stark's toys. Just let the
No.
guy change the world.
Let him build the shit he needs to build.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Sabres killed it off.
fuck. We'll have to leave it at that 1-1. Did you have something you want to say, Lucas? Sorry.
Oh, no, sorry. I didn't mean to. I was just going to add to the space thing. I don't know if you're familiar too much with the stock market right now, but they just made it Kathy Wood, probably the most famous investor right now, just created a space ETF fund. And the stocks in the space ETF fund are pretty ridiculous. They include Google is in there, Netflix, because I guess when we colonize the moon, we're still going to be, of course, watching Netflix.
Yeah.
Of course.
Alibaba's in the fund.
Of course. Chinese have to go.
Well, it's Chinese Google.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and also, I don't know if you've checked your AMC stock, Steve, but
No, I cashed out.
He
Okay,
cashed
I
out at
thought
a
so.
profit.
I'm
I
out
thought so.
at a profit, a cool
Yeah.
$3.50 profit. And that's how you build it, piece by piece.
Yes.
That's how Warren Buffett did it, piece by piece. All right. Well, the Sabres and the Rangers are still tied at 1. We'll have to find out next week on the podcast who won the bottle of Pinot Grigio. That's it for this week. Happy April Fool's Day, you fucks, and have a great weekend. And we'll check in with you next week. Goodbye.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.